guys! Welcome to my first haul video. I decided to do this because I wasn't able to post a video in the past couple of weeks because I've been really busy, and I also went to CTN. For those of you that doesn't know what CTN is, it's pretty much a convention that is primarily for people in the film and game industry. It's for people who are in it or people who are interested in joining. So, I bought a lot of things, and it was 3 days of just non-stop shopping of art and stuff. So, the way I'm going to show the stuff I bought is I'm going to start off with the artists that really inspired me. Like, I knew that they were going to be there, and I went straight for their booth, and I knew I wanted to buy art from them. And then I'll move on to some of the ones that I just like, kind of like artists that I discovered there and who I'm going to start following now. Stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to show you the ones that I'm like really excited about first, and the ones that like really directly inspire me and stuff. The first artist that I'm going to show you, and I've talked about her in some of my other videos, is Brittney Lee. So she's a visual development artist at Disney, and she's mostly known for her work on Frozen. But this is one of the prints that she's made, and I really wanted it because I really like the composition. I really like the vertical framing of it. And yeah, I really like this piece. This one is probably my favorite piece that I've bought in all of CTN. It's a print of one of her paper sculptures. It's really impressive that she makes these things out of paper, and I really suggest that you check her out because she's awesome. I'm not gonna swear. I almost swore. And this last one that I got based on her is where she illustrated a children's book based on the Frozen universe, and so these are her drawings that are illustrated in here, and oh my gosh, and she signed it. Okay, so that's Brittney Lee, visual development artist at Disney. And the reason why I wanted to do this too is just to share. You can see some of the most famous and just like some of the upcoming artists in that industry as well, and if you're interested in the same thing. Okay, so the next artist I'm going to show you is someone I really love as well. His name is Cory Loftis. The reason why I really like his work is he has a lot of humor in it, and that's probably one of my favorite things, even though I'm showing you one that's not really have a lot of humor, but it's just a really cool piece. But here, this next one is way more funny. It's this really big poster, and it says, "I really hope this is on frame." It says, "This forest is the lick," and it's just a bunch of like fantasy creatures hanging out with a boombox and some Jack Daniels or something. That's the biggest reason I like his work, is that not only is he a great character designer, but he's also just, his stuff is just really funny, and you don't see that often, I think. Like, a lot of people want to do pretty or awe-inspiring, which is cool, but I love that his stuff actually makes me laugh. Okay, this one, oh my god. This next artist, her name is Cattish. Her stuff is just amazing. I didn't even know she was going to be at CTN, so that was awesome. She didn't have a booth, but she was book signing, and so you can see here that she signed for me. Her work is awesome. So, I like Cory Loftis for his humor. I like her work for her attitude. Like, her drawings and just the characters that she makes in her sketchbook have so much attitude, and just, you can so tell that they have such a personality. This next one is a book, and it's pretty much a book about an artist named Blair. She was a visual development artist at Disney back in the day. She was doing visual development for Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, and Peter Pan. She did a bunch of other stuff too, but those were the famous ones, I guess. Her work is pretty much what I think a lot of visual development right now is based on. Her work is very abstract and very shape-based, and it's very colorful. She just kind of paved the way for having really bold colors at Disney, and I think visual development now. Her stuff was weird at the time, but amazing. Disney thought that she just like knew about color that no one else did. You might look at it at first and like think like, oh, this stuff is so simple, like maybe a kid did this, but no, like if you really study it, there's so much sophistication. Sometimes people think that the more complicated a painting and the more detail you put in it, it's like that's what's harder, but actually, a lot of the times the simpler your drawing, that's actually even harder to make look good because there's so much less things that you have to, like, you can hide behind. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. So yeah, look at Mary Blair. But you know what's kind of funny? I'm like showing all these works that I really love, and I feel like none of my work looks like it. I don't know, just like, this is so shape-based and so simple, and I feel like my work, well, I want my work to be more like this. This next artist, his name is Pascal Campion. His stuff is almost similar to Mary Blair, which is why I feel like so many people in today's animation industry is so inspired by her, because it's so shape-based and it's so simple. But like, simple is not bad, you know, simple is not a bad word. It focuses so much more on the story, the shapes and the color, and the values rather than the rendering. It's very simple shapes and almost crude, but I'm definitely not saying it in a bad way. It's very sophisticated. Okay, this next one is an artist named Liana He, and she also does paintings and stuff for the Disney Wonderground Gallery. I'm not completely sure what that is, but she also is associated with Disney in some way. I just thought that this was an adorable piece because I like mermaids, and I like the colors pink and mint a lot. So this is kind of best of both worlds. Again, I see more of Mary Blair kind of thing in it, in that like it's very shape-based and pretty simple, but yet her colors and her design is just so awesome that she doesn't need all that rendering and stuff like that. So that was for all the artists that I knew about and I really wanted to, I knew I wanted to buy work from her, or from them, sorry. And so now I'm going to be showing the work that I may have known about them, but like just didn't really, you know, I still like their work, but they're just not as, you know, inspirational to me or whatever, but yeah. So this one I'm gonna show first is by Ty Carter. He is a visual development artist at Blue Sky, so he worked on movies like Epic. Yeah. So this is a really cool piece. I don't think this was for a movie or anything. I think this was just one of his personal works. And I just really love the colors in this one. It's so bright and it's so beautiful. I was walking around with my friend and he was like, I think I know your taste now. Like, you really like colorful and you're not really as into the dramatic stuff. And I was like, no, maybe. Okay, and then this one is also by him. I just really liked it because it also has that simple thing going on that is not prevalent in my work, but it is here, and I like that look, and I want my work to look more like this. Okay, and then this next one, I've never heard of her, but I found this, and I thought this was super cool. Her name is Tara Billinger. Yeah, I liked this a lot. I liked the colors, and I like how different this is from the stuff I do. It's very graphic, and it's very weird. And I really like it. I know, it's weird. I tend to like a lot of things that my work looks nothing like, which is very strange. Yeah. I like things that I am not at all like, which is weird. But I guess I realized that I do that for a lot of things. Like, I played WoW for a good number of years in my high school days, and I sucked at WoW. I was very, very bad. But yet, I loved it. I loved it so much. Because I don't know. I don't know if it's the challenge or if it's because I want no self-esteem. I don't know. Anyway, this next one is by a woman named Angela Lee. Yeah, she's a visual development artist, but I just don't know where. I just really like this. I thought this was adorable. This is really cool. And I like how cinematic it looks. And once again, it's another happy thing, but I don't care. I like happy. These next ones are postcards that I bought from an artist named Claire Hummel. She's known as Shumla on, you know, the internet pretty much. So yeah, she's really cool. So she actually she works for video games. She's really famous for a series that she did called Historically Accurate Disney Princesses. So she does a lot of research on historical costumes and stuff, and then she recreates the Disney princesses and just makes them historically accurate according to her. So, but this one is not part of the Disney Princess series. This one is just Harlequin, historically accurate. Blech. Historically accurate Harley Quinn. Yeah, so that one's cool. This next person I never heard of when I came to CTN, but I really liked her work. Her name is Sunmin In. I thought this was a really like awesome thing to look at if you're trying to remind yourself to push your character designs. Because damn, look at that waist. I really like this too because it kind of reminded me of Tim Burton. This next person, her name is Alexia Treefound. I thought this was super cool. I had to buy this because I just thought this was a really original and kind of like interesting rendition of what a mermaid is like. So, a lady, but she's like, it's like the fin that she's in is like this like jelly thing on top of her, and it like fades to like a fishy tail, which I just thought was really cool. This next guy he is known as 2D Bean online. He actually graduated from my school. I had no idea, but this was like 10 years or more ago. He's a pretty successful artist. He doesn't work for any particular company. I think he just does a lot of like contract work. His job is pretty much, I think he goes to a lot of these conventions like CTN and Comic-Con and stuff like that, and he just gets a lot of jobs through that. So this next artist, her name is Casey Robin. I don't remember if she works for a particular studio as well, but I thought these were really, really cute cards of women butterfly mixes or hybrid people. This next one is Matt Gaser. I just saw this while I was walking around and also thought this was cool. I like works that have a story in it because it's just more intriguing. Oh, but something though, just about prints in general. These are awesome. The only one that I wasn't crazy about with this one and the Ty Carter ones is that it's on like photo paper and it's shiny, and it's just not, I just don't think that's as nice as some of these other ones that almost feel like they're on watercolor paper. So this last artist, I'm probably gonna have to tell you, you'll just have to read on the description who this is because I forgot who this is, but I'm gonna have to scrummage through a bunch of business cards that I got and I'll remember who made this. But this artist is just really cool. She's primarily like a creature artist, and I was talking to her in the booth. She says she goes to a lot of dog shows and stuff too to draw, and that's where she gets a lot of her reference too. So this is actually an original. It's not a print, and it's just her pretty much life drawings, I guess, of animals, and I thought these were really cool. So I decided to buy it. And for originals, they were really not priced very high. Okay, so that's all the artists, or that's all the like prints and books and stuff that I bought that were just because they were pretty and because I liked them. But this last book I bought that I'm going to talk about is called Character Mentor, and it's by Tom Bancroft, who has been, a character designer at Disney and a bunch of other places now. He wrote this book, Character Mentor, which is pretty much a sequel to his first book. It's all about character designing and about how to just make awesome characters, and some of the rules, or not rules, but just suggestions of things to make your character stronger and stuff. But this one is not really about character design. This one's particularly about how to pose. So let's say you already have a character that's designed. This is how to pose that character, or how to make sure that that character reads and stuff like that, or yeah, it's more about posing and more about making sure that it's doing what you wanted it to do, or just being as clear as possible in your drawing or in your posing. This one, actually no, I didn't buy this. I think I stole this from somebody. Like they lent it, I didn't steal it, they lent it to me and I never really returned it. Anyway, moving on. This book is called Creating Characters with Personality by Tom Bancroft. And this one is actually about character designing, so it's about shape language, it's about drawing, drawing tips and how to make your characters interesting, and how to, yeah, just in general, it's like how to make them readable too as the kind of personality that you want, things like that. So I would say like this one first, this one, and okay, also he does have a personal style, and I think every artist does too, but it's the fundamentals that he's talking about that matters, because you can see in his drawings it's very, very Disney looking, or it's very American cartoon looking, but like don't, I guess, be discouraged by that if that's not your style. So this is the first book, and then this one, Character Mentor, is about posing the characters and things like that. So that's the end of my haul. If you're interested in the film industry and stuff, or I'm talking more like about animation, you know, not live action film. Like if you're interested in the animation industry, film and TV, you should totally chat. You should comment and let me know, which artist that you thought was also really like inspiring and stuff. So what did you think of my first haul video? Was it not too bad, I hope? Not too boring? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you find an artist that was super inspiring, and I hope we have a lot to talk about if you do. So yay! Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!